Okay, so this is what I'm going to go ahead and be making for our dessert for this evening. This is my sister-in-law's recipe for chocolate no-bake cookies. The only alteration that I'm going to be doing is instead of dropping them and making them cookies, I'm actually going to press them into a small baking dish and turn them into like bars. My son really enjoys it, and I mean it's the same exact thing except for it's just not cookies, it's you cut them into squares. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to mix sugar, which you're going to need 2 cups of sugar. So these are your ingredients. I'll actually show you. You're going to need, you can see my my unfinished vegetable pizza over there. So you're going to need 2 cups of sugar, 1/2 of a cup of cocoa powder, 1/2 of a cup of milk, 1 stick or 8 tablespoons of butter, 1 teaspoon vanilla, 3½ cups of oats, and 1/2 of a cup of peanut butter. You don't have to add the peanut butter if you don't want to. It's just, I mean, that's just what we like to do. So what you're going to do is you're going to mix your sugar, cocoa, milk, and butter in a pan, and you're going to bring it to a boil. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will be right back. Alright, so I have all of my ingredients, the milk, the sugar, cocoa, milk, and butter in a pan, and I'm going to go ahead and start stirring it. You're going to want to bring it to a boil, and you're going to boil for, or no, you're just going to bring it to a boil first. Okay, so now we're boiling. What you're going to want to do is you're going to turn the heat down to medium, and you're going to cook and let it boil. Well, you're going to cook it for 3 minutes regardless. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it down to medium. I'm actually going to go ahead and set my timer for 3 minutes. You're going to go ahead and let it cook for 3 minutes. Ooh, fogged up my camera. Then, as you can see, I already have the ingredients that I'm going to have to use next ready to go, so that way I don't have to really pour things too much, so that way I don't overcook this. So I've got 22 seconds to go, and I'm going to go ahead and get ready to add my peanut butter. I add that first and let it melt, and you're going to need, what is that, let's see here, 1/2 of a cup of peanut butter. And like I said, this is totally optional. It doesn't make it taste like peanut butter. It just, I don't know, it makes it taste delicious. Okay, so my time is up. I'm going to go ahead and add my peanut butter. You're going to want to stir that all in until it gets nice and melted before you, I just do that anyways, my sister does that, before you even add the vanilla or even think about adding the oats. You really want it to be nice and melted so you don't have clumps of peanut butter, because then you will taste the peanut butter. Not like I would really particularly mind, but you know, for people who really don't care for peanut butter, you know, it'll just work better in general. And we're still on medium heat. Peanut butter is almost melted. Now what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to add your vanilla. So 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm just using the imitation vanilla. I also have real vanilla. It doesn't matter either or what you use. Okay. So now that my vanilla is in, I'm going to go ahead and give that a couple more stirs. Make sure everything's mixed up good. It's starting to smell like no-bake cookies, and it smells so good. Okay. Now that we've done that, you're going to remove it from heat, and you're going to add slowly your 3.5 cups of oats. Now, 3.5 cups is what we use. You actually could get away with 3 cups, but we just like to add more so they're thicker. So I'm going to actually go ahead and add 3.5 cups. And I would go ahead and stir a little bit in between, so that way you don't get one huge lump, you know. Okay. So there's 1 cup. Two cups. I'm going to go ahead and show you. This is what it's looking like after only 2 cups of oats. You can see it's starting to get pretty nice and thick. It's kind of hard to stir with only one hand. So you see what I mean? This is only 2 cups. You could probably get away with just 3, but we really like to add more. So I'm going to go ahead and do another cup. Another cup. I'm going to go ahead and stir, and then actually I only have this much oats left, so I'm just going to add those. It's not a half a cup, so this will be a little less than 3.5 cups, but like I said, you can really get away with 3. Get it all stirred in nice and good. Make sure everything is evenly coated. There's not dry chunks of oats. What I do is I like to take a smaller pan like this if you're going to do the cookie bars. Go ahead and spray it pretty good so it doesn't stick. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pour your mixture, which now looks like this, nice and thick. And you're going to pour that mixture into the pan and spread it evenly. See how nice and thick it is? It just kind of falls out of the pan. That's a good thing. Then you know it's going to harden nice. Okay, so now that it's into the pan, just go ahead and spread it out. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know, you're just going to cut it. They're just cookies. You know, and they'll settle a little bit. And there you have it. Your no-bake chocolate cookie bars. Or if you don't want to do them into bars and you want to make cookies, just put down some wax paper and drop them by the spoonful onto the paper. Let them cool down until they're completely cooled, and there you go. You have nice cookies or a cookie bar. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.